Right guys, welcome back to Nardi Elder Gaming and another episode of Surrounded. So, last episode we spent making up our base a little bit, getting some facilities up. So we've got our construction workbench and crafting workbench. So what I said we would do on this one was we're going to go and investigate this ship down here to see what we can find there. So our route is going to be, we're going to come down here, down this road, across the bridge, and then we can go down this way. Probably avoid that because I don't want to get fighting stuff in there for the time being, because otherwise it'd just detract away from trying to get around to the ship. So I want to get round to the ship, and then once we've done the ship we can come back and maybe have a look at a couple of these areas around here and work our way back, seeing what we can see. Abandoned convoy, that's a new one, not seen that before. Excellent. Right, so that's going to be the plan. So without any further ado, let us get on with it. First of all though, let us make sure we've got the right gear with us that we want to take. So definitely that's a really good weapon. I really enjoy that. I really need to find a scope to go on this hunting rifle. Shemetti's at 100%, guns at 99. That's quite down actually, 87. So I'll have to get a weapon cleaning kit on that at some point. I think I have got one somewhere, but we don't need to worry about that today. We are going to head on in a moment. We were going to build a well, weren't we? Let me just have a quick look and see what it was we actually needed for the well. Right, yeah, so we needed to find rope, that was it. So that's going to be one of the primary things we need to try and hunt for while we're out and about. A bit of rope. Thanks to everybody who's been dropping me tips for this game as well. They come in real handy. I was told just recently about a large police station that usually has a vehicle in it, so that's going to be on my sights to try and get up to that soon. So thanks to the subscriber who sent that through for me. I forgot to look up your name before I started the episode. But yeah, I took on board what you said on that one. It sounds like that could be the place I need to go in order to find what I want. But he did say that it's quite a big one, so I imagine it's quite difficult. And I think he said it was sort of up in the northern area somewhere. So I would imagine, if you are watching this, I assume it's up in this area. But correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, because that's where I've sort of put my sights on at the moment for when we eventually go up there. I will give you a proper shout out when I actually get around to doing that part, which won't be too far away because I really need a vehicle. But yeah, I've got to say, even though there's not a lot of people that watch my videos and that, those of you that do offer me some really good help, and I really appreciate it. Right, we're doing quite well. If only I had loads of money, I could buy a car off of this guy down here. Just out of interest, let's go over to him and let's just see how much he's charging for vehicles. I know they're a lot of money. especially if you want to shoot around like in something like that. Right, let's see what he's got. So look at the prices on these. Big rig, bloody hell. Imagine shooting around in that thing. Buggy, charger, sedan, flatbed truck. That is nice. That's what I'd like. Something like that. Golf cart I was told not to bother with, so I will take that advice. Humvee, I wouldn't mind one of those. That would be nice. Yeah, that'd be alright. That'd be alright. An RV. You'd actually, that could be a mobile base really, couldn't it? SUV, yeah. And truck. Yeah, but they're all ridiculously high price at the moment. So nothing that I'm going to be able to afford, unfortunately. Unless I come up with a method of making some really serious money. But I've not managed to do that in life, so I doubt I'll find a way of doing it in a game. So it seems that a lot of you that are subscribed to the channel and play this game, you've actually got a lot further in it than I have. So if there is any little areas you think I should go and look at, don't hesitate to let me know, because I'd love to know all the little hidden gems. Right, so this is over the first bridge, so we need to come down here on the end. And I'll sort of cut across country, I think. Well, they're saying there's another... No, I'm not going to get distracted. We're going to come across here and get to this boat. I've been wanting to do this boat for ages, so that's what we're going to do. I get distracted so easily, especially on games like this when there's so much to do. Smoke coming up over there. If I remember rightly, does that, if there's smoke coming up, what does that mean? Is that like does that show these random events? Because it does seem quite a long way off, but in the general direction of where I'm heading. Do you know, I've got to admit, I like this game more and more the more I'm playing it. Even though it's so very basic graphic wise, the actual game itself is a lot of fun. The combat is not over the top difficult, but you know, you can get yourself into some serious situations if you're not careful. But you know, I know these sort of graphics aren't everybody's cup of tea, but to be honest, once I've been playing it for a little while, I overlook it. I'm not really that bothered about it anymore. Right, so that's the town of Lawrence Creek. So we will definitely be going and have a look at that at some point. Do you know, I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to take the roadway round just in case of vehicles. The last thing I want to do is miss out on a good vehicle. Right, I don't know if that's a bandit or not. Friendly scavengers, okay. Can you talk to them? No. I can go and help him out though, can't I? Not that he needs any help. Oh, I'll take the money though. Take the money and run. Hey dude. Right, there is a lot of infected down there. That one I'm going to get rid of because that's a... That was acidic, so... Right, I'm going to try and take this wide so I don't have to take on all these zombies. I don't mind fighting them, but it's the fact that it detracts from what we're trying to get achieved in this video. So through most of my videos that I'm putting up at the moment, it seems that these are the sort of games that are more popular, like the survival aspects and that, not so much the long ones. I mean, I'm not getting a lot of interest in games like... who shot then? Like The Last of Us and Dying Light, even though they're some of the most fun games to play. But I'm still going to carry on doing those on the channel despite the lack of viewership because I just enjoy playing them. So I'm also going to be hopefully starting Dead Island 2 on the channel soon, doing a complete playthrough of that because that's another game I enjoyed from the past. But I'm not going to stop doing these games. I'm going to keep these up as well because these are enjoyable. There's a heart in there, look. So yeah, that's where I am, primary infestation. So yeah, it must be hearts then. Well, that's good to know, isn't it? Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep these survival games going because they're just so much fun. Right, so what we got directly ahead of us here, so that's this place. So if I cut across now, I can get to the ship. If anyone knows of any other kind of survival games that you think I'd like, let me know as well. I've done a few on the channel. Some of them have been quite enjoyable. Others not so much. Like the Long Dark. I did a bit of that on the channel, but I don't know. It just seemed a bit dull. It just seemed that all I was concentrating on doing was just keeping warm. Wasn't really doing much in the way of actual like adventuring in that, because if you go too far you get too cold and then you can't do much, then you got to watch out for hypothermia, stuff like that. But don't get me wrong, I mean it looked like a really good game. I probably will go back to it at some point, but it's just not going to be a priority on what I'm doing. That's interesting, a bit of a military thing down there, so I assume those guys down there are military. How do you use binoculars? Do we have to have those equipped anywhere? Or is it just B? Oh, it's B, isn't it? There's some decent stuff to search around down there, but there's no way I'll be taking on them. But yeah, we'll leave them to their war. Right, so there's the bridge. And I can see the ship as well. There it is. So there's our target. I think that's the hotel we looked through before. Yeah, there it is. Tropical Shell Hotel, which we didn't do the back, which we will be doing the back of that at some point. Right, there's another one of the buildings that we need to investigate. So that's this big building here. So we've seen that one. We saw that one at a distance. We're now quite close to that one. Then there's that one. So there's a fair little bit to explore on the way back. Abandoned convoy there. That wasn't the one I was just looking at. The one with the fight going on, I think, was here, wasn't it? So that's not a random event down there. Then that's a set one. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. There's a few vehicles up here. There's an RV, but I don't think I'm going to be that lucky that it's going to be an operational one. You would have been successful, mate, if you hadn't been making that noise, because I had no idea you were behind me. Definitely have the lockpicks. Am I going to be lucky? Yes, got a vehicle. Excellent stuff. Fuel at 2%, health at 32%. It's not too bad. It's not bad at all. I got a vehicle. I'm so happy now. So happy. Probably happier than I should be. Check these, hopefully pick up some rope. Probably not in the freezer though. Got a bit of food. We probably need a bit of food in a minute. So there's some fuel here maybe. Excellent, right, so we can take all of that and put it in the vehicle. Nice little bit of storage in there. Right, so let's find the fuel cap. So 32 out of 100, so it does need a bit of TLC. Just got to find out where I fuel it at. Refill, there we go. Right, so it's not totally refueled, but did I use all of that fuel then? No. %% fuel. Right, so the good thing is about this one is I can sleep in this vehicle as well. So let's have something to eat. Let's get some water. I want to be a bit careful with it because it's not in the greatest condition. Do we have lights on it? Yes, we do. Right. So I need to find where the best place. So if I go to the end of this road, turn right, and then I park just before we get to the bridge, then I can. There's a path there. I can take the path down to the ship. Excellent stuff. It's not very visible at night, that's for sure. Right, so we can park it up there. Not sure what time of day it is. I must have had a repair kit then. I didn't realise that was going to work. Right, okay, so I've done it to about 82. Right, so let's make our way down to towards the ship. Let's get out of the trees because I can't see what's going on here. So we finally got a vehicle, guys. That was one of my prime objectives. And I don't mind the fact that it's the RV either. I quite like that because that is literally a mobile base. Oh, hang on a minute, hang on, this looks like a trading post. For some reason I just punched my microphone then, but we'll ignore that. I got all excited because it's a trading post. Crush ship safe zone, excellent. Right, let's go see what the deal is with these guys. They got a... There's no water supply here. Apart from the bloody Great River behind, I know. Right, so let's see what he's got. What are you selling? Weapon cleaning kit. Armor repair. Nothing really great. See what this dude's got. Equipment and weapons. This might be better. Night vision goggles. 2x aim scope. Military suppressor. Military suppressor. Military suppressor. So if I buy one of those, I should just be able to put it on there. I said we'll get that because then all my weapons are suppressed. A muzzle brake. Won't fit on any of those. Sell that to him. Right, so he hasn't really got anything that's useful to me. What's a shame. So I need a backpack with more than 47 slots, and it's none of them, unfortunately. He's just materials. Let's see if he's got any rope on him. He has. So we'll have the rope. Right, hang on guys, there's a dog. I've got to pet the dog. That's weird, the rifle's still showing up as green as though he's holding it. Alright, it's a cooking station. Crafting station. Yeah, so I need to grab all the cloth that I can get as well, because I can make rope with the cloth. Let's see if there's any wandering traders here. Right, so what I want to do... Ah, there's the well. Excellent. Right, so I can fill my water bottles. So how much more water do I need to fill? Dirty water, dirty water, dirty water. So let's go and clean that water up. There we go. Right, so put the water in there. More than enough water to keep us going. Right, so we have now discovered what the ship's all about. So we got 2 safe zones now and our own base, which is gone. There it is. So both of them are, they're sort of well, they're in easy reach of me now because I got the vehicle. Excellent. Right, so I think what we'll do, we'll get back in the vehicle up here and we will go back and we'll investigate some of these larger towns and areas, I think. Does that sound like a plan? Sounds like an awesome plan. Right. Another crashed whirly bird. Could be anywhere. I might actually, once we get back to the van, take it down this way. We'll investigate this area, but we can have a look at this abandoned camp as well, can't we? I think first thing I'll do is I'll get everything reloaded. There we go, that's loaded. That was loaded, that was loaded. I wonder if there's a way that you can actually repair the silencers. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one off of there. I'm going to put the good one on there, and that one can go on to that one, because this weapon's not used that much. It doesn't pack much of a punch, to be honest. There's my vehicle, I can see it. There it is. Right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep in my vehicle until morning. There we go, and it's nice and light. And now we can have a look at it. Oh, shame you can't climb the ladder to get on top, really, isn't it? Right, so we're going to turn it round. And we're going to slowly head this way. Right, so we got a lot to explore here. That looks like a factory. Can't see any acidics over there at the moment. There's one. These ones down here seem to be a little bit tougher. Damn, I got a bit of rad damage then. Alright, better load that back up again. Radiation pills, excellent. Well, only one, mind, but I had an itch right inside my ear then. Bit more 308, that's good. So this looks like an old survivors camp that didn't fare very well. Yeah, they are definitely tougher down here. Nice inviting van. Military supplies. I always like a military supply. Nice weapons case. Came in just right there, really, didn't it? Desert Eagle. Wouldn't mind finding a Desert Eagle. It's usually one of the first weapons I look for in games, because they always seem to pack a bit of a punch. Oh God, he hit me. Got me then before I could get a first hit on him. See, let's see how much of a so the 9mm is not great, but it's not too bad at taking the odd one out. Just as long as you can get them from a distance. Right, where's my 9mm? There we go, 9mm. Right, so the two I need are there on the end, that's good. Terrible shot. Need to find another magazine for this one as well. Try and see if I can take out the ones on the outside before we go to the inside. Might be able to sell the shoes, I suppose. It's pretty cool. One of the chimneys snapped and fell off. Oh, nice. Take that back, that's more storage for the base. Little Jenny. Little Jenny should always come in handy. I've got a pickaxe, I won't worry too much about that. Bloody coppers. Shit, acidic. Phew. That could have been a bit disastrous. Nice little pumpy. Right, now perhaps I'll be able to do this one without any interruption. Not bad, couple of little bits there, I suppose. I haven't done a lot of sneaking in this one, to be honest. Nice big duffel bag, but I probably can't put that anywhere. Ooh. Put it in there, that's handy enough. So I might not keep that one on me, I might just put it back in the base. Shit. Right. Better get this out for close quarters. That last shot that killed that one was pure luck. I was just absolutely banging out everything that I could in that direction, just hoping it would, maybe one of them would hit. And it killed the zombie, so it can't be bad. Right, let's go upstairs. Right, we're starting to run out of room now, so I need to start putting stuff into storage. Enough stuff to sell, so I probably could in effect go back to the ship and sell some of this. I want to take that back to my base though. Oh, nice, a metal fence. There's definitely some good stuff here that I could use at the base. Another one. Right, so that's some good fencing that I could use to block off those areas back at the base. Block off the doors that I didn't want open. How much is, see, sledge is worth a bit, that's why I want to really take that with me. Damn. Sledges are big as well, aren't they? No, I might have to just forget about the sledge for now. So I must have a lot of ripped cloth now, so I should be able to make some decent amount of rope. Another GPS. I've run out of room again. Run out of room so quickly on this. Won't be a second, I'll just try and sort some of this gear out a little bit. Right, that's made a little bit more room. Excellent. Got to be careful of how many of those shots I'm using. So I'm getting through quite a lot. That's got 10 slots. That's got 18 slots. That's got 40 slots. So I'm thinking that really needs to take the place of that, doesn't it? And then that one can go into the weapons case. No, it can't. So let's put that up there, that up there, that one in there. There we go. Right, so even more space now. More gas. Damn, so only weapon stuff can go in there, which makes sense. Right, so we've done really well on this. I think we've cleared this area. What's in there? Gonna be cement, isn't it? Concrete. Shall I take the concrete? Might as well just take everything that's got a possibility of being useful. How much money we got now? We got a substantial amount of money. So over 4,000. Right, so I think that's pretty much done here. If they can't get to me, I might as well just take them out with the 9mm. Right, let's head back to the van. Right, so let's put that into storage. All the fuel that I've got on me can go into storage. That can go in. That. Don't need to carry that. So anytime I get any fuel, I think I'll just chuck that straight in there. Or the Jenny can go in there as well. That can go in there. Have to get that cleaned. Oh, water's quite low. Let's drink and we'll eat as well. So food's good. Water's good. There we go, excellent. Right, we're going to leave that one at that point, and let's see on the next one. I think what we'll do, if I remember, we'll probably go down, have a look at this, then we'll cross back over to here, and then we'll start investigating these little areas here. And then once we've done that, we can head back to this place and we can sell a load of our gear. Then we can take back some of the decent stuff that we've collected that we want to improve the base a bit. So there you go, there's a plan. So if you want to join me on that, you know where I am. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that jazz. And I will see you on the flip side. I'll catch you all later.